Okay, ladies and gentlemen, SAIT Athletics and the ACAC are pleased to have your support during the ACAC's 61st season. Thank you for your attendance, your encouragement of our student athletes, and your fan enthusiasm as we celebrate over a half century of offering the best post-secondary sport entertainment in Canada. Welcome to WinSport. Happy New Year. SAIT recognizes the long history of the land on which our campus is situated, as well as the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples of Canada as traditional caretakers of the land now known as Canada. We are moments away from live ACAC hockey action. Tonight's game, the visiting Portage Voyageurs taking on your SAIT Trojans in a back-to-back ACAC division matchup. I am Benny Gerow, alongside me, Jack Rosa.
So great to see the boys back in action, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a good game here.
Absolutely. The aforementioned boys going 1-1 in December, scoring 14 goals in those two games, and an early goal they score! Off a one-timer out in front, that was Jack Jarvis who opens the scoring early. 31 seconds in.
Yeah, and there's just really nothing much McLean could do there. Just a pass right out in front, and then a solid one-timer top shelf beat McLean. Just doing some math here, 31 seconds into this game.
Brings the puck through neutral zone, and he centers it. That was a nice shot, and a goal, they score! That's Owen Underhill, who finds himself on the score sheet again. He's currently second on the team in points, and he nets another.
Underhill, his 7th of the season, ties the game up shortly after, I'm going to say just under a minute and a half after that Jarvis goal. So Underhill gets it done here tonight to get the Trojans back in this game.
Situation. Algager's out there with Butts, and that puck was poked off, but it's a pass through the middle now with a little bit of room, and they score! What a goal! Just drives center ice, and that's another one for Hunter Dagelman. If my math is right, that's his first point of the season. At least when I checked before I left, it only said Dagelman was on the plus minus, and so now he's got a goal.
That first goal and first point of the season for Dagelman, putting the Trojans out in front early. This could very well be a crazy game. Our goals. I remember last year, Clark was just an absolutely dominant player for his team alongside Brandon Machado. They made a mean duo out on the ice.
Absolutely. Now Gold with a little bit of room. Puck fed down. Puck is loose still. Miller doesn't know where it is. Still loose. Side of net, they score! Trojans score again! Making the 4-on-4 conversion. It's 3-1.
And look at that. It's Dylan Clark who'll be first to the bench. So Clarkey will pick up his 4th of the season. Just 1 minute into the 4-on-4. But Dylan Clark gets it done as the Trojans now will take a 3-1 lead.
Scofer, he had the puck poked off his stick, but that was collected again, and a huge hit on Scofer. That was Taylor who laid the body, and we have a penalty here on the play.
And it's going to be on Taylor, I do believe. It's going to be for a charging call here on the Voyageurs.
It's on the net by Underhill. He got a backhand on that one. Gold works it back over. Kane takes a look. One-timed, and open net, they score! There's Underhill on the rebound. Power play goal for the Trojans.
Underhill, 2nd of the game, this time on the power play, gets it done. It was a wide open net, and he would take that chance to get his team now up by 3 goals with a score of 4-1 with 36.8 remaining. Underhill, his quick math, 8th goal of the season.
Skating onto it are the Voyageurs now. They'll work it back behind the net. That's Austin Mumpy who works the puck forward. They take a hard look, and that is the end of the period. And so a high-scoring affair has the score 4-1 for the Trojans. A power play goal, some even-strength goals. We got some hits, we got some animosity, and we'll have a lot more for you after the first intermission. So keep it locked right here on ACAC TV. We will see you soon, but we're just having some fun. But second period ahead of us, it'll be 5-on-5 action because we had that late power play goal boards, and I'm sure there'll be some chirps to follow with that one as well. Puck came out, now here's a chance. They score! What a goal! Taking advantage in front. That's Aiden Taylor with the goal.
Yeah, and just before that, you saw a little bit of a back and forth between Kane and Parody. Parody making himself well known to this Trojans team here tonight.
Has it, he turns, fires one off a body. Puck will scamper its way back into Trojans territory, and now a couple of shoves exchanged here, and now two Voyageurs players trying to take a run at Hensrud here, and we have a collection of players right in front of us. Jarvis hot under the collar himself, and Hensrud will be ushered into the box here.
Yeah. Jarvis being told to go to the box a little bit more aggressively than Hensrud. There's definitely going to be some chirps in this one, I bet.
Under a frenetic pace. That was a nice pass from Halterman. Nice backhand feed the other way. Here's Mumby now. Mumby drops it off, pass out in front. They score! Voyageurs make it count on the power play. They're within one. It's 4-3.
And Jalen will step out of the box as the Voyageurs will get themselves back within one.
Across, here's Underhill. Underhill back across and just out of the reach for Kane. Kane under some pressure along the boards. He's going to work, try to get this one free. And now the other way, here's Halterman. He does the right thing, gets that puck in deep, and all the Voyageurs will change. Active penalty kill. One-timer, they score! What a shot! Going upstairs on McLean. That's a one-time goal.
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a funky one. I think what happened, because I have a bit of a clearer angle at it, I believe the shot ricocheted off the post and then hit McLean in the back.
Seconds to go, puck still unavailable, and as we draw this period to a close, the puck came out in front, and that'll do for 40 minutes. 40 minutes, 8 goals, split evenly like we said, and we'll see which team will come out in the third period, and we will have that call for you shortly on ACACTV, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The third period is upon us, so 40 minutes down, and we are exactly where we started at the beginning of puck drop. We have an even game.
Usually, you just see guys like usually tug and they try to throw punches. Caution in this guy were just throwing punches. They didn't care what was happening.
Oh, rebound, they score! SAIT takes the lead. That looks like Hensrud down there. The go-ahead goal, actually, it's Butts.
Buttes on his stomach gets the goal. A bit of a funny one, but the Trojans will take those as they get themselves back on top by one.
A bit of pressure here, and there goes number 10, who looked to catch a bit of a stick in the face, and now the referee has their hand up, and working their way over to the bench was Jack Jarvis, who looked like he caught a bit of a rough high stick. He's got that bubble on as well, so hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a penalty here on SAIT, which will give the Voyageurs an opportunity. If it was a high stick, or will the Trojans skate away with the dub?
Fourth power play of the game for the Voyageurs. They've scored on 2 of them. Halterman, he's going to feed the point, and now it's down to Evans. Evans down to Halterman. Halterman takes a look and shoots. Puck loose. They score! On the power play, it's another goal. The power play singing tonight is 20%, and that's a goal for Aiden Taylor, his second.
Yeah, Taylor's second of the game, and arguably, you're going to say that was probably the most important goal of the game.
Cho's going to send one out. Here's McCullum again at the point. McCullum working as the quarterback. One-timer, they score! That was a one-timer from the top of the dot. That was Stavros Koutis-Antonis getting on the board for the Voyageurs, and they convert on the power play again. Briltz in with Simpson. Briltz stops up, looks, tries to send one in. That was off the skates. Puck to the empty net, and they score. Smith icing on the cake with 1:20, and with the 31st shot, it's a 7th goal for the Voyageurs. Back is Gold, and he's going to work it up. Now here's Kane. Kane in with it, passes one across. That puck was tipped off of Underhill's stick and now going the other way. Free puck again, and they score. That puck was nearly tipped off of Clark back there, but another empty netter, and 8-5 the score with 36 seconds remaining. So time begins to wind down here. Players all slowing down, and we want to take this moment to thank you for spending your Friday evening with us on ACACTV. But don't go anywhere just yet, because we will have players for the game for you here very shortly, and we'll see which player for each team gets the honor. So don't go anywhere. Stand by.
It's Miller.
Goaltender. So 51 save performance for Miller, and I think that's well earned.
Yep.
We'll stand by for the Trojans pick.
Okay. It's going to be Brett Butts who will be taking the player of the game. He had a strong performance as well. He scored their lone goal here in the third period. He also picked up an assist all the way back in the very first period. So both well-deserved players of the game. Obviously Miller, 51 saves in one night is something else. And then Butts picking up a goal and an assist on his campaign here in the season.
That aforementioned campaign has him at 10 points now, so into the double digits for this Trojans team. They have a large collection of players within the double digits, and Underhill had a couple as well to get him into second for the scoring race. That'll be it, and like we said earlier, we'll have a double header of rematches tomorrow. Both Trojans teams will be looking for revenge. It'll be the SAIT Trojans women's team playing against the Red Deer team, and then we have this rematch between SAIT and Portage College. So we will be looking forward to seeing you there on ACACTV. Thank you again for spending your evening with us, and until next time.